Stadium in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Maybe what? Got somebody for man.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you. Go, go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Go, go. Hey, I need one that looks off. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Yeah.
Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Going right side here, and that's complete. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Now they'll throw deep left side. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down. He's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
Well, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep up if I wasn't going in there, honestly. I really did.
You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field, but at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
Just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options. Either way, though, they've come out
that's my tight end.
Jackson on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets take the
dude I had last year. The rookie I had that went up to a star changing number 69, so he looked like a lineman out there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Take a picture of it.
This fielded at the 2.
You need to be taking a picture of it anyway, just in case your opponent can't play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brooks. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Scott, fix whatever she's trying to do.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Choose the mic. Here we go. Mike 2, Mike 2.
From the gun, it's Jackson.
Man, why are you jumping to catch the ball, dog?
Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3 down. That's it. Mike 2. Don't let him breathe.
I saw that.
And on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape.
Yeah, I definitely saw that.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson operating from the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a
I'm sure somebody will take that, man. You must ain't saw my cornerbacks, though. Them niggas can't play for you, big dog.
Try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
They can't play for me, though.
Three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's
and
going
talented.
Let's go.
Hey, he can't play for me, big dog. Huh? Not for me.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Oh, I know. I'm not about to give you a second to a third.
Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. I call it no game.
And he can't play for me there.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Will find his man complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 12.
Why you not moving? Oh my God!
Caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
10-0.
And the Browns first down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Browns nothing.
Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
Oh man, I'm on here.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, that's complete to Taywan Taylor. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
What you screaming about? What you screaming about?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week?
You go through the entire throwing motion, but don't throw the ball.
That pass rush, they are really working in sync right now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing is Jackson, and he's going to go down again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
Did they let him get that stuff out, dog?
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check. Crunch.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson.
Good play.
Finds Safarian Jenkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this will be caught.
Nigga stole his touchdown, man.
Touchdown, Jets. Cortland Sutton His second
Stole a
touchdown on the
touchdown.
season. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point
He
splits
probably
the
wasn't gonna be able to get
uprights.
to it, but
And
this
the
nigga
Knicks
can't throw
outscore
accurate
17-0.
passes in the red zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's
No,
Pinheiro
he
to
stole
kick it
it.
off.
Yeah, the receiver stole it from another one. Right. Yeah, exactly.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
What's that? You did what?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments
are you
made in
doing?
the locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
You can't block me. Tie that left, tie that left. You got 3, go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He completes this to Sutton. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike 2.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Brooks. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Jets first down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
I got rich off grad. Huh?
Go. Go. Check four.
Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struck into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there.
How the freak did his momentum take him forward?
It's a nice
How the freak did his momentum not take him forward?
First and goal.
None, bro.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
He's running full speed, and a nigga comes behind him and can pull him down.
And this is obviously quite a performance.
And a nigga that ain't even running, though.
Someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more...
There he goes left side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You ain't doing nothing.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
No, you do that.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready? 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. I know he ain't got it. Ready?
Now Jackson on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And now off to the races, down the right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They let him throw that drop, man.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
It's crazy that they let him get them passes
right
off.
The first down. He's taking some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They run a draw here on 2nd down, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled.
Now throwing on 3rd down.
One is the left on the deep pad, the other one is the right on the
Tell you
deep
what,
pad.
partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire
Now
game.
down and up. Down is bring them down, and up is push them out.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this
Deep
one.
pad.
They'll go on 4th down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. Looking deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Watch two. Check.
Jackson on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it down.
That is so weak.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. From the gun, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike, two.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Two's the mic. 3 bud.
Mike two. They gonna need
Squeeze.
49.
They'll go with Jones. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Say what?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Two's the mic. Squeeze, double.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Oh, wow. He missed that kick. Oh, wow.
And he's brought down, but before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really good pickup of 20
Game trash, bro. Game trash. That's terrible. He ought to be mad about that. Shoot, I'm mad for him.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now. Because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Safarian Jenkins has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Choose the mic all day, dog.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike 2, Mike 2. Let's go one more.
Mike 2.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now.
Like,
Who's happy
he don't even
about this
try
play?
to pick. He don't even try to
Fantasy
kiss the
guys,
ball.
right?
They just put him in
The
a
analytics will tell you one
defensive
thing or
position.
another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Jackson now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. 6-6.
Well, you might have said something when you said that, big dog.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout.
Me either, bro.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Choose the mic. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike, 2. Watch 2. Watch 2. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets,